Hi guys, welcome to The Bite. My name is Jackie. Today I'm going to be sharing with you another chili recipe. I shared one with you last fall, or maybe it was 2 falls ago, on a turkey pumpkin chili. This is kind of like an end of summer chili. This is a really good way to use up any vegetables that are in your garden that you're growing, or a good way to use up some zucchini, which I happen to love and is definitely a summer vegetable. This is very veggie forward, but you can always tailor it to your taste. I was gonna share this in the summertime, but I know not a lot of people are like me and happen to love soups year round, because I would totally make this year round, but I just figured this is a good way to ease into the fall. It was raining here today and I figured what better time to make it than now. So here's what you'll need. I have some ground beef. You can always substitute it for chicken, turkey, or completely leave out the meat altogether. I have some zucchini and tomatoes, some carrots, celery, and I use green bell pepper here because I feel like it's a chili, so it's gonna end up looking a lot pretty red. So I wanted some extra green in there, but you can always use red if that's what you prefer. Some onions and garlic, a can of fire roasted tomatoes, some veggie broth. I have a can each of black beans, red kidney beans, and corn. And then for the spices, I have some tomato paste, some oregano, chili powder, paprika, coriander, and cumin. I also have salt, pepper, and some olive oil to get things going. So this is really simple. It's not gonna take long at all. So I will meet you at the stove and you can see how quickly it comes together. So I have my large soup pot here. It's on medium high-ish heat. I have some olive oil and I'm just going to add all the ground meat right in. I'm gonna break this down, let it cook until it's no longer pink, and then I will add in the onions and the garlic. So it's been a couple minutes. I've broken it up really, really fine just because that's how I like it. You can also use chili meat to where it will be kind of larger chunks, but I prefer it like this, and my daughter happens to prefer it like this too. So it's pretty much fully cooked. There's a little bit of pink, but that's okay. I'm gonna add in the garlic and the onions right now. And I'm also going to salt and pepper this as well. So I like to mix this until the onions kind of soften a bit and you can start to smell the garlic. Once that happens, I add the spices, because adding the spices directly at this point really allows them to kind of open up and become a lot more fragrant and just have more flavor. So this looks good to me. The onions have softened a bit. I can really smell that garlic. And at this point, I'm going to add the tomato paste and all my spices. So I just want to quickly mix that all in, let it get nice and fragrant. And I'm going to add the heartier vegetables, which are the carrots, the celery, and the green peppers. These are going to take a little bit longer to soften than the zucchini and the tomatoes. So I like to start with these just for like 2 minutes, just to give them a quick head start. And then I will add the zucchini and the tomatoes. Once the carrots, celery, and bell peppers softened just a bit, I added the zucchini, the tomatoes, and the can of fire roasted tomatoes. I gave it a quick stir, and I also rinsed out the can of the roasted tomatoes with a little bit of the vegetable broth, which we'll be adding in just a minute. All right, at this point, it's starting to kind of resemble a chili. The tomatoes have released their juices and the zucchini is beginning to cook. So at this point, I add in the beans and the corn. And I do it now because you don't want to overstir them to the point where they break. So this is when I add them. I'm just going to quickly mix it all in and then add in the vegetable broth. Let this come to a boil and then reduce it to a simmer and let it sit for about 10 minutes or until the liquid has slightly reduced. So the chili is done and it's looking just how I like it. It's not super soupy, but it's got a good ratio of liquid to all the goodness that's in there. So to me, that looks perfect. If you wanted a little bit less, you can always add less broth, but I had the box on hand and that comes with 4 cups. You can use 3 cups or even 2 cups if that's what you prefer, but I don't like to have half a box in the fridge. I just don't like it. So I'm going to put myself some because it looks so good. And of course we've got to top it with some cheese little green onions. And I know different parts of the country eat their chili differently. You could totally eat this with chips and with like this, over a baked potato, anything. This is kind of Tex-Mex style though, the way I'm doing it, but I kind of like it. And of course, I gotta have some avocado. Now, if you want it to be a little bit spicy, you can add some pickled jalapenos, and I love doing that. But today, I think I'm gonna give my stomach a break on the spice and eat it just like this. I mean, look at how beautiful. Look at that. Looks so good, so inviting with all those colors. And you see what I mean when I say it's more on the red side? That's why I like to add the green peppers, because it's just a little extra green. So I'm going to add, I want a little bit of this avocado. This is the perfect way to ease into fall. Something nice and warming while it's a little bit chilly outside, while it's kind of starting to rain, but you still got a little bit of heat. You can eat this in so many different ways. Make it vegan or vegetarian if you choose to. It's very versatile, and that's why I love it, and my daughter loves it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to tag me in your recreations of any of my recipes, and let me know on Instagram what you thought of it. So we will see you next time on The Bite.